Join us on this incredible journey to the heart of Bandipur, a land filled with history. It started several thousand years ago. Welcome to we would share with you its history, the rich fauna, and the tranquility. In true sense, this is the land of God, filled with serenity, peace, and silence. Welcome to Himavad Gopal Swami Betta. What does the name signify? Himavad means the hill is covered by dense fog in most times of the year. Gopala Swami is derived as the deity present is Lord Krishna, hence the name is derived from Venugopala Swami. Betta is the literal translation of hill in Kannada, and hence the name Himavad Gopala Swami Betta. Himavad Gopal Swami Temple took shape in the 14th century and is dedicated to Lord Gopala Swami, and it was installed by Rishi Agastya. The temple was built by the king Chola Ballala during the 1315 AD, and it's facing in the north direction. Now let's dive into the mythological perspective of this great temple. In the Dwapara Yuga, the wedding celebration of Giriji, the daughter of Himavanta, the king of the snow-clad mountains, was to be held in a grand manner. Brahma, Rudra, the great sages including Vyasa and Parashara, and the 33 crore devatas were expected to attend the wedding, which was to take place in Kashi in northern India. Brahma and other devatas were worried that such an unprecedented congregation of all the celestial powers at Kashi would tilt the balance of the earth and push earth to Patalam, or the underworld. To prevent this, Brahma and others requested the great sage Agastya to go to South India and act as counterweight. Yielding to the request from Brahma and other devatas, sage Agastya, after collecting holy waters from various rivers like Ganga, Yamuna in his Kamandala, set to South India. Before the sage set off, devatas made yet another appeal to him. There was a constant ongoing tussle for superiority between the king of the Mahameru Parvata and the mountain king Vindhya, who was a disciple of sage Agastya. To demonstrate his power, the king of Meru had grown to the sky and beyond, thereby hampering the movement of the sun and the moon. People in South India were living in pitch darkness, as there was neither rising nor setting of the sun and the moon. Devatas appealed to sage Agastya to stop this unhealthy tussle between the king of Vindhya and the king of Mahameru. Sage Agastya agreed to intervene and left for South India. On the way, Sage Agastya visited the Vindhya mountains. Seeing his guru, King Vindhya offered his respect to the great sage by bowing his head. Thus, capturing this opportunity to end the fight, Sage Agastya ordered the king of Vindhya to be in the same stance till he returned from South India, and thus stopped further growth of Vindhya Parvata. Agastya then proceeded on his journey and came to mountain Sahyadri, where he prayed to Lord Krishna, seeking assistance for the successful completion of this divine and arduous task of saving the earth, which was entrusted to him. Lord Krishna, pleased with the penance undertaken by Sage Agastya, appeared before the sage and granted him a boon. Sage Agastya requested Lord Krishna to come and settle on the Kanakachala mountain of the Sahyadri range, along with his spouse Rukmani and Satyabhama. Lord Krishna granted this wish on the condition that the devotees coming to see him should have proper shelters to stay, and all the 7 sages should offer worship at the place throughout the year. Sage Agastya accepted the condition of Lord Krishna and installed an idol made up of black stone of Lord Krishna, along with his 2 wives Rukmani and Satyabhama. Also, cows and gopikas and his friend Makaranda. Lord Krishna is seen as resting under a tree Mandara in 3 different postures. It is believed even today that all the 7 sages, known as Sapta Rishis, offer daily worship to Lord Krishna at the Sri Himavad Gopal Swami temple on the snow-capped mountains of the southern Govardhanagiri. It's the highest peak in the region of Bandipur National Park, and it provides a nostalgic view of the entire terrain to every visitor. Proximity to the national park invites many wildlife to the zone. Tiger, leopard, wild dogs, herbivores such as Indian gaur, chital, samba, and many more are seen in this zone. Forest Department is concerned by the increase in the number of tourists visiting the temple and may be causing disturbance to wildlife. Few points to be considered if you're visiting this place. Trekking, picnicking, partying, and other activities are punishable offense. Strictly, this is a no plastic zone, and every visitor will be checked for any of these illegal items at the point of entry. Hence, the visitors are instructed to refrain from venturing beyond the temple premises. To minimize disturbance to wildlife, the entry timings have been changed from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. This temple is a World Heritage Site, and thus it is a protected zone, which is strictly monitored by the forest officials. It is approximately 220 kilometers from Bangalore and about 75 kilometers from the city of Mysore on the Mysore-Ooty road. It is just 10 kilometers away from Gundlupete, which is between Mysore and Bandipur at 60 kilometers distance. There is a motorable road all the way to the top of the hill. No entry for private vehicles. Visitors have to take the government transport organized by Karnataka State Transport from the foothills. The temple is dedicated to Gopala Swami, which is one of the names of the Hindu god Krishna. The gopuram of the temple is single-tiered and rests on the compound wall of the enclosure. A Dvajastamba or the flag pillar and a Bali Peetham, which is the sacrificial altar, is present in the Mukha Mantapa, which is the inner porch. The wall of the facade of the Mukha Mantapa contains a sculpture of Dashavatara, the avatars of the Hindu god Vishnu, with the center portion of the sculpture depicting Krishnavatara, which is the avatar of Vishnu in which he appeared as Krishna. There is a Shikhara tower over the Garbhagriha, that is the inner sanctum. The Garbhagriha contains an idol of Krishna holding a flute under a tree. Krishna is flanked by his friends, and the posture is that of a dance with the left big toe resting on the right one. The panel also features several characters and icons from Krishna's avatar. Lord Gopala Swami's idol is flanked by his consorts Rukmani and Satyabhama.